Hi Internet, this will be a Blender tutorial for gradients in grease pencil. It can be applied to 2D art as well, and a tablet isn't needed. The technique we're going to employ is called stippling. For those unfamiliar with the method, it works by adding dots in order to create value. More dense concentration of dots results in darker values. Among most drawing techniques, this one usually takes the longest, but when done right, it's worth it. On to the demo. Now, Blender can't do gradients yet, and to tide us over until it can, I thought to share this valuable detail. We'll start with an empty scene and add an empty grease pencil object. Enter into draw mode, select the draw brush, and switch it to draw block. Any brush is fine, but this one is good for this example since it's big and opaque. For people using a mouse, you'll have to adjust size and opacity manually. In this case, that's a good thing because the dot density is easier to control. Maybe in the future they can have a stippling brush. Wouldn't that be great? Let's start with the drawing by picking a material. We don't want any fill, only a stroke. We can do that by disabling the alpha value in fill and enabling it in the stroke setting. The thing to keep in mind when applying stippling is that it's all layers. We want to go from light to dark, just like in watercolor. More than one color is also possible. And speaking of layers, it's best to separate each color into another layer in case they need to be accessed individually. That way they don't interfere with one another and we're freed up to work non-destructively. And of course, it's animatable. One cool thing to take note of is interpolating a sequence. If the strokes aren't altered from frame to frame, as in they're only sculpted or transformed, then automatically interpolating them is sort of useful. And that's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Happy blendering.